Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Your new timeout is complete. Now it's time.
Until a judge or a jury determines otherwise. A warrant has now been issued for Officer Shelby's arrest, and arrangements are being made for her surrender. 2 police cameras, a helicopter, and a dash cam showing her seconds before she shot an attorney for Officer Shelby says she had an exchange with Crutcher before the shooting, and according to her, she felt Crutcher was under the influence.
Wow, you are happy today, aren't you?
PCP in his SUV. Authorities have not said whether PCP was found in Crutcher's system at the time of his death.
Wow.
Shifting back to politics.
Oh my gosh.
As we know, what matters in this election is not the national polls, it is the state-by-state polls, especially in those battleground states.
Everybody is good except for everyone.
Trump, have they tightened enough as of now? The answer as of now is no, which explains why the Republican nominee is in Pennsylvania today. CNN is updating its electoral outlook, and as of today, the roll to 270 electoral votes still looks easier for Hillary Clinton. CNN is shifting Iowa from battleground territory to leans Republican. That means that we think the Hawkeye state, which President Obama won twice, is now swinging decidedly towards Mr. Trump. 2 states, Maine and Nebraska, award their electoral votes by congressional district instead of winner-take-all. Today, we are labeling a congressional district in each of those states a battleground. So where does that leave things? Well, if you add up states leaning blue, and those solidly in Clinton's camp, she is at 272 electoral votes as of right now. Trump is at 196. So if this map were to hold, and Trump wins the 70 electoral college votes, still up for grabs in Florida, Ohio, Nevada, North Carolina, and those 2 congressional districts in Nebraska and Maine, which is entirely possible, all of that still would not be enough. He needs Pennsylvania, which has not gone Republican in the presidential election since 1988, and that, of course, explains why Trump was in Pittsburgh just hours ago. Now let's focus in on one specific battleground state, Ohio. It's a state so crucial for Republicans. They held their national convention there this summer in Cleveland, and now 6 weeks before the election. Our most recent CNN poll shows good news for Donald Trump in this key battleground state. An average of 5 recent polls showing Trump leading Clinton by 5 points among Buckeye State voters. CNN correspondent Martin Savage traveled to the Buckeye State to get a sense of the race on the ground there, and he filed this report for us.
As the clock ticks down in the Buckeye State, both campaigns are going after unlikely Ohioans. For Trump, that's voters like Jeff Hill.
Donald Trump's who I'm voting for. Would you say you're Republican?
This year I am. I'm not ordinarily, no. This year I'm Republican.
He's older, white, blue collar. Trump's voters' sweet spot. Census numbers show Ohio has more like him than any other battleground state, which explains why Trump has been here more than Clinton, showing up on traditional Democratic turf, like factory towns, gold fields, even Union Hall.
The people are concerned about national security, they're concerned about national security, they're concerned about jobs and some of the trade deals, and I think that resonates with not just Republican supporters of Mr. Trump, but also independents and Democrats.
But Trump isn't the only one after non-typical voters.
This is the town of Powell. It's a suburb just north of Columbus. It's definitely
Or is it the thing?
It's upper middle class. And it's very heavily Republican. There's a Trump office right across the street, for goodness sake. And yet, these are exactly the voters that the Clinton campaign is going after. How do you speak to that kind of a voter? It's a little bit of a different conversation.
We certainly do
Was
talk
this one?
about
No.
and his advice.
Where was
We've
it?
heard from him consistently for the last year and a half while he's been running. But we also certainly talked about Secretary Clinton and her career.
I'm just going to do that.
Families.
That's the same message Clinton's campaign has been hammering home on Ohio TV. She and her allies have outspent Trump and his backers by nearly a 4-to-1 margin in the state.
Can I afford this? Yeah, I can. Oh my gosh. I need 5 Sims? Wow.
She's a smart woman. And Trump is just, he's just, I hate to say it.
I only have
Furthermore,
I only have 4 Sims. I need to get a Sim.
popular Ohio Governor John Kasich. But the key now is turning out the vote. Sensationally close to happy end. 55 field offices, plans for 2 dozen more.
Dang it.
31 so-called victory offices. Early voting in Ohio starts in less than 4 weeks. Plenty of time, political expert Paul Beck says, for things to change.
Yes, I've been waiting for some country.
I don't think so. That was CNN's Martin Savage reporting in our money lead now. 500 million. That's the number of victims whose Yahoo accounts were hacked in a recent massive data breach just a couple hours ago. Yahoo confirmed that 500 million users' personal information was compromised, adding that it was the work of a, quote, state-sponsored hacker. The stolen data includes names, email addresses, telephone numbers, dates of birth, hashed passwords. Yahoo
What is she
believes
doing?
This alleged state-sponsored hack sometimes happened
Okay,
sometime
there
in
we
late
go.
2014. Also, this hacker is reportedly trying to sell the Yahoo account credentials. That is it for the lead.
There's
I'm
nothing
Jake Tapper.
there.
You can follow me at Jake Tapper on Twitter.
You're just
or
making hand signs after
And now
him.
turn you over to Wolf Blitzer. He is in the Situation Room. Thanks for watching.
Happening now, breaking news, state of emergency. Tension grips Charlotte after 2 straight nights of rioting and looting. Now that the governor has declared an emergency and mobilized the National Guard and state troopers, what will tonight bring? Our crews are live on the streets of Charlotte.
What's
Dash cam
this?
controversy. Charlotte's police chief insists video of an
Oh.
African-American man's fatal shooting won't be made public and admits it doesn't definitively show whether the man pointed a gun. I'll ask the police chief if he thinks releasing the video would calm the anger or make it worse. Stop and frisk. Donald Trump calls for a controversial police tactic that's been ruled unconstitutional. He's also lamenting, quote, a lack of spirit between the black and the white. As we approach the first presidential debate, should candidates talk more about race relations? And manslaughter charge just now breaking. The Tulsa police officer who fatally shot an African-American man on Friday now faces a felony charge, manslaughter. I'm Wolf Blitzer. You're in the Situation Room.
This is CNN Breaking News.
So I have headphones now.
Charlotte, North Carolina, where police, state troopers, and the National Guard, they are now out in force. After 2 nights of rioting, North Carolina's governor says he won't tolerate any more violence or destruction of property. But ministers vow they'll gather peacefully tonight at the spot where a demonstrator was shot and critically wounded during a protest against Tuesday's fatal police shooting of Keith Lamont Scott, an African-American. Short time ago, representatives of the dead man's family pleaded for calm. They say Scott's wife saw the shooting and that Scott's family believes he did not own a gun. Authorities say Scott was armed.
Oh, you
but
stepped
police
on your
won't
pee.
release the video. I'll ask Charlotte's police chief why now. Also breaking, authorities in Oklahoma just announced they filed a first-degree manslaughter charge against the Tulsa police officer, Betty Shelby, in last Friday's fatal shooting of 40-year-old Terrence Pritchard after his SUV broke down. The head of the NAACP, Cornell William Brooks, he'll join us live tonight. And our correspondents, analysts, and guests, they will have full coverage of today's top stories. Let's begin with CNN's Brian Todd. He's in Charlotte for us. Brian, what are you seeing right now?
Wolf, the city is simply reeling. Community leaders telling us they still can't believe what they've seen here. This is an example of some of the damage. This building sustained several broken windows and doors. This door boarded up a short time ago. Right now, edgier by the hour as nightfall approaches, hoping what we saw last night. Smashed windows and chaos in Charlotte. Watch out! As nighttime protests over Tuesday's police shooting only seemed to escalate. For hours, uptown Charlotte, a cavalcade of confrontation. Some throwing objects. Others looting storefronts. And police deploying tear gas. One person shot, unclear by whom, and in critical condition after a hectic evacuation through the crowd.
It was chaos underneath there.
Even members of the media assaulted.
What's that on your plate?
Four arrests overnight.
There's literally nothing on your plate.
Assault.
You're eating
We
nothing.
didn't be as responsive as we needed to be, as quickly as we needed to be, because our resources were being pulled in so many directions.
Are you okay?
Pressure tonight from activists and others for police to release video of Tuesday's
Whatever.
Must be transparency, and the video must
Oh, she should be done right now. She's supposed to be done.
Department says they want to show the video to the family since they requested it, but not to the public.
If you think I say we should display a victim's worst day for public consumption, that is not the transparency I'm speaking of, sir.
An attorney for the family spoke this afternoon.
The family requested.
I just want to drink something. Well, I'm gonna leave it at that now. So bye, guys, and have a nice day.